Greetings. Today, the moon continues in Pisces following Tuesday's potent solar eclipse in Aquarius. A lot of shaky, shifty, destabilizing kinds of energies, a little bit electric, a little bit very, a little or a lot unpredictable. I'm Marina Arms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, February 18th. So now, after the eclipse, but we're still really in the depth of this Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Saturn and Neptune, as of today, still 10 minutes, which a minute, well, there are 60 minutes in a degree. So we're just about 1/6 away from an exact conjunction between Saturn and Neptune. Not that the exactness of the conjunction is really where we want to put all of our focus and emphasis, because it's not really so much about the exact minute that they come together or even day, so much as it is about this time period where they are coming together and moving apart. And last year in 2025, when they came very, very close to an exact conjunction before both retrograding and moving further apart again as they retrograded both back into Pisces. So we had last year several months of Aries activation with Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries, again, coming very, very close to an exact conjunction, like a hair away from an exact conjunction in 2025. And then we had several months of both, each planet in Pisces, again, finishing up, completing the work of letting go, coming in touch with the bigger picture of truth, of what we imagine, what is dissolving, what is connecting us to a bigger picture of meaning and principles and our hearts, what our hearts really want, what our hearts want for humanity in the big picture. So we're talking about big picture energies. And in my Emergence guest speaker series, we have been talking about big, big picture cycles and alignments that have not happened for thousands and thousands of years. So really, the times we are in and the exact conjunction of Saturn and Neptune and their conjunction in general is truly unprecedented in the point in the zodiac that it's taking place, in the apex of a long-lasting triangle formation between the three outermost planets, with the fourth outermost planet joining as Saturn comes together with Neptune in the apex of this triangle. So all of that we dive deep into in my Emergence guest speaker series, with bringing in different experts who have thoughts and perspectives on these really important energies and how to make the most of them, how to think about our own lives and this time in history, but also our own role in what is unfolding now, right? Now being, can be today, or it can be many years, depending on how you think about it. So that's zooming out, but zooming back in to today and the vibe of today, February 18th. We are just after a new moon in Aquarius, a solar eclipse. The moon today is in Pisces. The sun enters Pisces today as well. So we're reactivating these energies of Pisces. We have Mercury and Venus already in Pisces. And as it moves throughout the day, the moon will join up with Venus and then Mercury in Pisces, activating those inner planets. Inner planets speak to our day-to-day lives, our personalities, things that take place in the here and now, kind of the everyday stuff. So Pisces is big picture. It is what exists of us beyond our physical bodies, our incarnation, if you will. So it is our spiritual truth. It is our spiritual soul that exists beyond the confines of this lifetime or this body, or however you want to think about that. Pisces is that big picture of mystery. It is the dream, what we can imagine. It is how we expand into the great unknown, into what is there to guide us with that brilliant light of wisdom that can remind us that we are part of something bigger. So for today and the energies of today, self-care looks like being in the flow. It looks like trusting your intuition, checking in with your intuition, your heart, what is beautiful in your life with Venus in Pisces and the moon joining up with Venus. What is beautiful, what you appreciate, what has value in your life. And then later in the day, Mercury. The moon joins Mercury in Pisces. Mercury is the planet of communication, of thinking, of sharing information and ideas, and how those get exchanged. So in Pisces, we have a lot of nonverbal communication. We want to really look beneath the surface to see what is being said that is bigger than the words, or more complicated in a sense than the words that are being spoken. So listening again to our intuition, to our hearts, trusting that bigger picture of knowing and wisdom and what our souls and spirits know, even though it may not match up with what we're hearing on the surface, right? Listening at those bigger levels. So listening to your intuition. This is a good day for any kind of spiritual practice, meditation, getting out in nature, anything that reminds you that there is a bigger picture, and to connect with truth and wisdom that goes beyond the ordinary everyday stuff. So working with this eclipse energy means trusting change, trusting what is changing, trusting what is surfacing and what is emerging, and really processing it over time. And so that's one of the things about Aquarius energy, Uranus energy, which both featured heavily and still feature heavily related to yesterday's Aquarius eclipse. Uranus and Aquarius bring that energy of sudden change, of light coming through or something surfacing, or it cracks in the facade. And when that happens, we can see something, or something is emerging, something is coming through, something is being released, pressure might be released, and it happens very suddenly with these energies. So the point is that we don't process it all at once. And that's what I was saying yesterday. Like, we need time. We need to give ourselves time to allow what has come to light to be understood and integrated, and so we can determine how to act on it, and what that means for each of us as individuals. So give yourself time. Trust the process, trust your intuition, and trust your own inner knowing about what you need, because you're listening to that bigger picture of spirituality and how spirit is communicating to you, but also how your own needs might be showing up on those bigger spiritual levels. So thinking about that and thinking about self-care as we go through these powerful times of change, of meaning, of significance, of new beginnings, new stories, new myths, new metaphors, imagining what can come into reality and how we make our dreams real. So again, the Emergence Guest Speaker Series at transformationalastrology.com for some incredible speakers, really thoughtful, passionate people with some brilliant insights about these energies, what they are, what how to work with them, what they mean for us, and some great ways for how to take care of ourselves as we move through these times. Certainly, some of the people I interview are astrologers who are, like me, helping to interpret these energies for you. And others are people who have dedicated their lives to learning different healing techniques and healing modalities to help us be our best selves, and how important that is, especially at this time, to attend to our self-care and think about how we are changing and evolving and growing and learning, and how to support ourselves in that process. So transformationalastrology.com for all of the guest speakers who have been released so far, and still more to come. So we have still more guest speakers coming, and transformationalastrology.com. Sign up there for a free account to be notified when each new interview is available. I am having an absolute blast. I feel so honored and humbled to be sitting with each of these brilliant, thoughtful people, and heartfelt people. So hope you can join me, transformationalastrology.com. Thanks for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Your support means the world, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.